Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Our first sentence today is thanks for, could be anything, right? But here we have thanks for everything. Gracias por todo. The key point here is with most learners, they always want to say gracias para, but that is a major pitfall in Spanish. It's gracias por. Why por? Because there is an exchange, right? You're giving thanks for something that's coming back your way. In this case, gracias por todo. I give you the thanks and I get everything, whatever that todo represents. Thanks for the money. Gracias por el dinero. Thanks for the favor. Gracias por el favor. Thanks for the books. Gracias por los libros. Thanks for your help. Gracias por tu ayuda. Your, de usted, your. Gracias por su ayuda. Use infinitives after this. Thanks for helping. Gracias por ayudar. Thanks for being here. Gracias por estar aquí. Thanks for driving. Gracias por manejar. Thanks for explaining it. Gracias por explicarlo. Thanks for taking me home. Gracias por llevarme a casa. Remember, gracias por. When it rains, it pours. Gracias por. Te lo agradezco mucho. I had to redo this lesson right now because I forgot to put the R in when I spelled it out. Te lo agradezco mucho means I really appreciate it. Simply, te lo agradezco means I appreciate it. Now, if you want to say I appreciate it to an usted person, you would say se lo agradezco. Se lo agradezco. If you want to say I really appreciate it, you're going to add mucho at the end. I really appreciate it. Te lo agradezco mucho or se lo agradezco mucho. Quiero presentarte a mi amigo. If you're introducing someone to someone that you know with whom you're on a first name basis, it would be quiero presentarte. I want to introduce you. If you're introducing an usted person to someone, you'd say quiero presentarle a mi amigo. I want to introduce you to my friend. You could say to your friend, I want to introduce you to my mom. Quiero presentarte a mi mamá. But if you want to say, I want to introduce you to my parents, and you're talking to your teacher, you would say, quiero presentarle, le. Quiero presentarle a mis padres. This could be, I want to introduce you to my neighbors. Quiero presentarte a mis vecinos, to my aunt and uncle. Quiero presentarte a mis tíos, to my grandparents, a mis abuelos. A lot of substitution you can do here. And you say, someone introduces someone to you, say, mucho gusto. Extend your hand, right? Nice to meet you. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Then the person says, el gusto es mío. The pleasure's mine. Or el placer es mío. The pleasure is mine. In Central California, there's a town at the base of the mountains, Placerville. Placer is pleasure. Pleasure town, right? Placerville. Mucho gusto. Oh, nice. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. And you can follow with your name here. Mucho gusto. Me llamo Pablo. Nice to meet you. My name is Pablo. Mucho gusto. Me llamo Pablo. And then the person comes back and says, el gusto es mío. The pleasure is mine. El placer es mío. Now, along with the word gusto, it triggered this expression. Con mucho gusto. It's a great expression. It means gladly. Gladly. Would you like to help? ¿Te gustaría ayudar? Con mucho gusto, gladly. If you ask a favor of someone and they say, con mucho gusto, gladly, that's a nice thing to hear. Now here, es un placer conocerte, conocerle, conocerlo, or conocerla. You see, I didn't put te up here because generally speaking, if you're meeting someone, right, initially you want to start off with the usted form. So, es un placer conocerle. Certainly in Spain, they use the le. And other places as well. But in standard Latin American Spanish, we're going to use lo and la for the usted lo guy, usted la girl. So, it's nice to meet you. Es un placer conocerle. Es un placer conocerlo. Or es un placer conocerla. This could also mean it's nice to get to know you. Es un placer conocerlo. No problem. No sé qué haría sin ti. I don't know what I would do without you. No sé qué haría sin usted. I don't know what I'd do without you. How about plural? I don't know what I would do without you guys. No sé qué haría sin ustedes. If you're in Spain, you guys, remember vosotros. No sé qué haría sin vosotros. I don't know what I would do without the money. No sé qué haría sin el dinero. I don't know what I'd do without my car. No sé qué haría sin mi carro. Okay? Me da mucho estrés. It really stresses me out. We all know that stress lessens longevity in life. So let's get rid of the stress, right? In school, they'd always talk about fundraisers. I told my kids, hey, let's take the D out of fundraising and make it fundraising, right? Well, same thing here. Get rid of the stress. Adios al estrés. Me da estrés, it stresses me out. Me da mucho estrés, it really stresses me out. You could just go simply me estresa, but I prefer this one myself. Me da mucho estrés. And when you're learning, and if you know someone that's fluent and they say, well, we say it this way, then learn another way to say it. And then figure out which of the 2 or 3 or 4 that is your favorite and go with that, right? Nobody has ownership on any language, right? Sometimes people have a tendency to think that, oh, no, we say it this way. If you say it that way, it's wrong. That's a very infantile approach to language learning. Different is good. Different is really good, right? You like to learn all the different ways of saying things. Okay, here. Me da mucho estrés. It really stresses me out. Over here. Va a ser aquí a las 2 de la tarde. Why is this a frase útil? Well, because most people that are learning Spanish are going to say for an event, like a game, a party, a wedding, a dance, a parade, whatever it may be, they're going to say va a estar aquí. It's going to be here. Estar we use for location of people and objects. But for location and time of an event, we use the verb ser. So if I want to say the party's going to be here, I would put la fiesta va a ser aquí. The wedding is going to be here. La boda va a ser aquí. If I want to say the test is going to be at the school, el examen va a ser en la escuela. Remember, time and location of an event is the verb ser and always the verb ser. You cannot say la fiesta va a estar aquí. One of my former colleagues, a younger teacher, but educated, nonetheless, certainly, degreed, had on her board, la fiesta está aquí, the party's here. And so off to the side, separately, I mentioned to her that it needed to be la fiesta va a ser aquí. And that's good because we all want to be corrected when we're making something appear to be correct that's incorrect. So, but anyways, just remember that. It's like gracias por and va a ser. If you're talking about an event, it's going to be ser. And this down here, a las 2 de la tarde, that's just random at 2 in the afternoon. This could be when, anytime when. So you can say where something's going to be and when it's going to be. For example, va a ser aquí el lunes. It's going to be here on Monday. Va a ser en la iglesia la semana próxima. It's going to be in the church next week. The retreat, el retiro, va a ser en las montañas el mes próximo. It's going to be in the mountains next month. So remember to say where an event is going to be, it is ser, it is not estar. Estar is for location of people and objects and things. Like if you want to say dad's going to be at work tomorrow, papá va a estar en el trabajo mañana. Here, nadie lo sabe, no one knows. No one knows. People talk about lots of things in life, and a lot of times the answer is nadie lo sabe. No lo sabe nadie, you could say it that way. Nadie lo sabe. We throw the lo in, it's very common. The lo is representing that what is not known or that what is known. Nadie lo sabe. Nobody knows. I love this one. It's a combo plate. Es un secreto, no se lo digas a nadie. It is a secret, don't tell anyone. Es un secreto, no se lo digas a nadie. The se is replacing lay, because remember we can't have 2 object pronouns together beginning with L. So the lay becomes se. Lay is clarifying the nadie, a nadie is clarifying what would be ley here, which is to say, and the lo is the secret. Okay? Es un secreto, no se lo digas a nadie. If you want to say don't tell mom, no se lo digas a mamá. Don't tell the girls, no se lo digas a las muchachas. Es una sorpresa. It is a surprise. Don't tell dad. No se lo digas a papá. Okay, let's take a look at today's daily dozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, thanks for everything. Gracias por todo. Thanks for your help. Gracias por tu ayuda. Thanks for your help, usted. Gracias por su ayuda. Thanks for anything. Gracias por. I really appreciate it. Hey, I got the R in here this time. Te lo agradezco. I keep saying in English, I really, because I always throw the mucho on. Te lo agradezco mucho. To an usted person, I really appreciate it. Se lo agradezco mucho. In the simplest form, I appreciate it. Te lo agradezco or se lo agradezco. I want to introduce you to my friend. Quiero presentarte a mi amigo. You can substitute whoever it is that is being introduced. Remember, if you're introducing to someone with whom you're on a first name basis, it's going to be te. If it's an usted person, it'll be le. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Me llamo Pablo. My name is Pablo. El gusto es mío. The pleasure is mine. El placer es mío. The pleasure is mine. Con mucho gusto. Gladly. Es un placer conocerle. Es un placer conocerlo. Es un placer conocerla. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to get to know you. No sé qué haría sin ti. I don't know what I would do without you. No sé qué haría sin usted. Why is this ti and not, you're thinking, why isn't that tu? Because after a preposition, the prepositional pronouns are me, ti, and then it goes él, ella, usted, and all the way through. But me becomes, it's not yo. You don't say sin yo, it's sin me. And you don't say sin tu, it's sin ti. Prepositional pronoun. No sé qué haría sin ti. I don't know what I would do without you. If it's usted, no sé qué haría sin usted. If it's plural, no sé qué haría sin ustedes or sin vosotros, you guys. I don't know what I would do without your help. No sé qué haría sin tu ayuda. It really stresses me out. Me da mucho estrés. Tax day, right? Me da mucho estrés. It really stresses me out. Where something is going to be, va a ser plus location. When it's going to be, simply when it's going to be. A las 2 de la tarde. It's going to be here at 2 in the afternoon. Va a ser aquí a las 2 de la tarde. It's going to be at John's house at 8 at night. The party is going to be at John's house at 8 at night. La fiesta va a ser en la casa de Juan a las 8 de la noche. Remember, events, time and place of events is ser. Va a ser, it's going to be. Nobody knows. Nadie lo sabe. Shh, it's a secret. Don't tell anyone. Es un secreto. No se lo digas a nadie. Okay, this was take 2. We got agradezco spelled correctly, and that's just the way it is. Okay, you guys take care of yourselves. Love you guys. So appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. And this is lesson 400. Let's go for another 100. Let's go. Let's get it up to 1,000 and keep going. That's what I say. Okay. Gracias.